Remember what I said about Rabjab? He's very in tune with the bike.
I had one of the back years ago.
So he'll come back and say whether it's pulling slightly left, pulling slightly right, whether something's just not quite sitting right. He just has that kind of feel for bikes. So it's quite a skill actually. I need to put some grease on that gear. Is it doing it again? Oh, it's wired to the gear lever.
Yeah,
wait, so does it work? Yeah, it does. So when it's in neutral, that's on. Instead of that.
Neutral.
Instead of that.
Yeah, no, I'm in first gear now, look.
Yeah, but when you go... Wait, is
that's neutral now.
Oh.
So when I'm in gear...
Ah, so one of the gear wires is linked to it. Alright, I need to change that. Yeah, his kind of his attunement to a bike feel is extremely impressive. Wow, it stinks in here. That's rainwater. God, that's mould. Oh, wet rags. Ugh. Nasty. Wow, it really smells bad in there. That's got to be cleaned out. That's not healthy mould. Have I introduced this? This is the bike we saved a few weeks back. My friend's sister. It's her bike. It was stolen. I can't remember what I did to it. Was it a new ignition front panel? Definitely front panel if I remember rightly. New ignition? I can't remember. It's been having a battery drain since it's been stolen, okay? So local mechanics have isolated that to the starting motor. Now if you remember, the starting motor had a whine in it. It used to go, "Urgh!" So it did sound like it was a bit iffy. So she has ordered a new one. I'm going to put it in, but I'm not sure it will solve her problem. What'd you say?
You always moan about me doing work.
I moan about you not doing work. Look at you doing work.
Yeah, I've done work on the bike for ages. You've been shut down your garage.
Well, you must be shaved. Yeah, no, I've been here. Just
You've been at Boca most of Saturdays.
it's been busy, yeah. And training electrician, isn't it?
Where's the start space?
It's there. It's right down there. We've got to take the airbox off.
Get a screwdriver.
Hang on, because it'll be bolted at the
We're just going to try these back.
back. So starter's there, so it's a bolt-on star, so that's good. Cog is probably on the inside, so we might have a bit of an issue there. So at the moment, we'll get the airbox off.
I bet you got water in the airbox.
No, it wouldn't have started. Alright, let's get this airbox
Where the
off.
back smell.
Yeah, it looks alright, doesn't it? So, new starting motors here, old starting motors there. Some things you have to be wary of with a starting motor is that there might be a cog inside the engine. You might actually have to go in under the cover to hold the cog in place. You could get lucky, you could pull it off here and slot the new one in and keep the cog in place. That would be fine. Some of them are designed like that. Some are designed that you have to go in the other side and hold the cog. Again, the issue here may not be related to the starting motor. I mean, it definitely had a whine in the past, but that doesn't mean it's absolutely the problem. So this could be an unnecessary change, but we'll do it and we'll see where we go from there. I'll just pop off this mud guard to give us a bit of extra space, and I'm going to look for the wiring loom clip instead of messing up here. I'll make sure I'm clipping it in properly. And then the other thing I'm going to do while I'm down here is just check the stator wiring, just check they're all clipped in and clean. I'll give them a quick clean and clip them up in case the stator is having issues. Next step from there, if it was still having charging issues, I'd be putting on a new regulator just for peace of mind. So, my God, out the way, let's get this off, let's see what we're working with. Gary's here on his, this is his, what's it, courtesy bike?
Yeah, Honda NC
750.
750 Courier man bike.
Quick shifter, it's fairly smooth, fairly bland, very boring, comfortable. Right, new starting motors in, and I mean, I'm going to throw the airbox back on. It doesn't hurt, we could check that it fires. I mean, I think it probably will. I don't want it to fire, but let's just... Oh, hang on a minute. That's interesting. What's happening? Let's make sure it's gone. Lucky we tested it before putting it all back, eh? Why is it doing that? Oh, there you go. Oh, don't want it to start. Why was it unsure though? Oh, I don't like that. What?
It makes
Oh, maybe it just needs... Yeah. Let me get the airbox back on so that we can kind of prime it a bit and just get it moving.
I think the battery's weak.
No. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. I should check it on the meter, eh? And
Yeah.
all right. But there you go. It's all back in. Let's get the airbox back on and nipped up. I noticed that actually the throttle body isn't that secure. It needs nipping up. That's a fuel injection throttle body.
Right.
So it actually needs nipping up. And the other thing I was meant to check was, let me just double check. It was the stator, wasn't it? Let me find the stator wires. So that's here, there. So they come up, they go down and around there. I can't really see them actually. They're covered though, they're in there. What I'll do is I'll put a meter on the battery and I'll check it, we might as well. But airbox on, I want to nip up the front housing because it's not nipped up. Rear on, and then I think it's good. Let's check the battery as well afterwards. It seems fine, guys. I'm going to check the battery just in case. Wait. Let me get the multimeter. We'll check the battery just out of curiosity.
Hey, Chuck did a shuffle.
You could be on ET and what? Chuck?
Yeah, that's Warren.
Goonies.
Yeah, Warren, do the shuffle.
If anything's killing her battery, right, it's going to be the alarm.
It's got an alarm on it.
I don't know if it's connected.
What bike is this one? Well, it's a cheap Chinese brand. Or like a Japanese or...
1205.
That's a...
1205 sitting.
Is that good or low?
That's okay, but it needs to be higher idling.
So start a challenge and see what it is. What's the last very bad.
Yeah, it's charging. It's charging good.
Oh, no, so then the back down.
Rev it a little bit, not a lot, a little bit. A little bit more. Yeah. It's charging. It's charging.
Oh, that's fine, the back seat.
Yeah, it's charging. You should have tried Matt's because it might. They're good bikes, really. The ER6. Yeah. They're reliable. Oh, good.
What year are they? 2010, 2011.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's
10.
the highest? What's the? There's two maintenance charges.
You want to try this, right, Dad? Huh? Your best mate's sisters. Cut out switch. Well, I'm going to give it a quick test run. So I get a little bit funny with bikes, but the gear leaf is just not as smooth as it should be. Now, a couple of things we can do. We can put some grease in here. That's what's meant to happen. But actually, look, we've got a fair amount of play there. That's really not going to help. I want to back this all off, clean this all up, and see what's going on there. It can be as simple as the nut not being done up tight enough, or the teeth having come off, but it needs to get a better bite up there to be able to function as at its best. Definitely kind of bits of play in here, more so than is what's needed. I would probably put the washer that's hanging loose there on this side before the split pin. So I want some grease in there, clean it up, grease in there. I want the washer on this side and then the split pin. Do I want that? Oh, would that make it a bit? Yeah, I think that would. and then I want this to bite a bit better over here. I'm just showing you guys kind of what I'm looking at this stage. Gear change should feel so much better now. Bit of grease, bit of tweaking, bit of adjustment. It should go into neutral better. Yeah. If anyone will notice, it'll be him. I'll give it a quick run after him as well. My guess is it'll feel much better. It always amazes me, right? This morning you could easily argue that the oil was bad, the gear change is rubbish. Wow, that is responsive and neat. It feels so much better, Abjab. That is a great feeling gear change now, and it selects neutral easy. My task for tomorrow is either find or replace the clutch lever. I might need to just buy a new one. I need to check the second gear drive to see if I can get the speedo back online. The indicators are doing this thing, but I'm not that fussed. So when it's in gear, look, I think it's the neutral light. However, they are still indicating. So I don't mind them being on while it's in gear, as long as they're still indicating. But I will probably, when messing with the speedo, I will probably change that anyway. I'm not quite sure how that's happened though, because I'm literally connected up to the original indicator wires. So I don't know, unless I've done it through here, the greens. I'd quite happily take the greens off over keeping them and having it do that. Actually, I really don't need these. We just need this backlit with an actual speedo drive, in my opinion. Although I can check what they're connected to and see if that brings back the neutral light as well. There's an option that happens as well. So tomorrow it's speedo drive. I think I'm going to change the rear wheel anyway, because I do like the slightly fatter one. I'm going to use the I'm going to keep its own sprocket, but I'll change the wheel over for the fatter tyre. What I'm going to do is put some air into this now and then check overnight that it holds. I'm going to give it a quick spray and clean now. Yeah, so I'm going to pump it and see that it holds air overnight. If not, there's no point doing it. Yeah, and we're good. Front wheel's quite nice and clean on here as well. It's a very small, thin tyre, but I do want the speedo drive. So maybe I'll swap the front wheel and all. Let me check. I think the tyre on here is good though. It's very good actually. Now I'll just swap the speedo drive and hopefully that solves our problem. Tomorrow we should have a good riding bike that does everything it needs to do. First thing in the morning I'll check the coolant and top it up as necessary. I'll check the oil in the morning, nice and cold. Tomorrow when it's cold, sounds silly, right? But the exhaust goes too far back for me. I like a shorter looking exhaust, so I'm just going to loosen it and pull it down as far as it will go before the bend. It's really simply loosen it all up, pull it forward so that it just doesn't stick out too much. I like a bit of a smaller Nita exhaust. In the past I would have chopped it and riveted it back on, but I'm not going to bother. So yeah, bits and pieces tomorrow.